Yeah, I was just contemplating that because I believe in free speech. Okay, so you have other laws that can be used to get these people to stop it with the nonsense snap videos. Okay. Is it legal to yell fire in a crowded space when there's no fire? Is that legal? Okay. So come November 1st, what you're saying, if that's not true, okay, it has to do with public safety and public health. If you're telling people, okay, you're not the governor, you're not Donald Trump, you're not in Congress, and you're telling people all over YouTube and TikTok, and say you're the media doing it, and you're telling people that if they don't spend their SNAP amount by November 1st, they won't be able to use it, okay? And come November 1st, that doesn't actually happen. I believe you should be charged with a crime that's related to inciting a riot. Some of you are threatening that you're going to loot Walmart. That's definitely a chargeable offense because you probably will be ordered to court mandated psychotherapy. I don't believe in shutting your videos off because I believe in free speech. We're not having 2020 again. You were told previous to this to stop it with the telling people to prepare and shop. Okay. I don't care what it is that you think you're doing. I'm explaining it in terms of you're supposed to be living under the United States of America's laws. And then if the different states have other laws, you're supposed to be living under that. So if the reason you broke the law is because you thought you were doing something else or you have a calling from God to do something, then you need psychotherapy. Most of us were forced to go through this. And then the people giving us the psychotherapy just go, whoa. But I think honestly, you folks probably do actually need it. Um, like for real. And then this business, I'm still having a problem with the phone where you keep telling me about storage and this and that and blah. It just, you've got to stop it. Okay, just again, questions about why you're getting sick because you refuse to stop what you're doing and you're harming others. Okay, you're causing undue panic and fear, and you're threatening to commit crimes where you're robbing stores. Okay, then how does a law-abiding citizen get anything while you're doing that? It says right in the Holy Bible, "Thou shalt not steal." You were told to just wait. You were told to ignore them and wait. That is what you were told. So you folks don't really have anything to do with my species. And I don't know if you actually believe the things that you're saying. Okay. You're trying to cause panic. Thanksgiving is next month. Okay. So I don't know if you people are actually not even on Snap Food and you're actors again or what it is that you're doing. Okay. Because if you knew Thanksgiving was coming, okay, you would be not spending as much because Thanksgiving is coming and you want to have enough to buy all your Thanksgiving things. So you're telling people to spend their Thanksgiving fund by the first. And then what do they do with all that food? Okay, you're encouraging a mental condition that people have. So yeah, I mean, some of you, come November 1st, okay, come November 1st, now that you've uttered it and told us it was all true and we should look it up, come November 1st, my Snap card, when I go to use it, isn't going to have anything on it. They're going to tell me I can't use it. So if that doesn't happen, are you going to agree to get psychotherapy? You've got a week. It's Saturday. So next Saturday in the Massachusetts, I'm going to go to a store to buy something, and they're going to say that my Snap card doesn't work, right? And if that doesn't happen, you're going to agree to go to psychotherapy finally? Someone, anyone, some kind of a counselor? They do this crap continuously. What the hell is wrong with you? No one is interested in looting Walmart. So you need to knock it off. I've seen the guy that keeps telling us they're doing all this stuff in Chicago and LA and stuff. Well, I guess those people are going to prison now, aren't they? We had to live through this hell in 2020 when people thought that was something to do, to clear all the store shelves. Okay. And then what happens? Or we're all going to smash window fronts. And then what happens? Nothing. Okay. And then over time, all of those people that were causing that are going to get arrested and go to jail. It's regular USA. Yeah. So regular USA is these people pretend Democrats and Republicans are arguing, right? When nothing you're doing is being affected by what they're telling you. And then they come out and go, we made an agreement, everyone's getting funded, and yay. It's all the time. Even once Nancy gave you guys all kinds of money, and then someone gave you extra SNAP. I don't know if it was her or your governor. I'm really just tired of it, because I know a lot of people that are already under stress, and then they already have shopping issues, and you're telling these people now to shop for no reason. Enough is enough. You're not warning us of anything. You're just instigators. You're not warning us of anything. We've had times where without warning, you go and all of a sudden your gift card doesn't work, your card doesn't work. And then people thought everybody was going to like rage and do what you're saying. And then you go, for what reason would we close Walmart? Why would we want Walmart closed? Really? Enough. It is. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Could you imagine people, like, just like I said, I know what Thanksgiving is. I know what it's like to be on a budget. Okay. And you go, oh, all right. So, and then at Thanksgiving, then we'll have this, and we make sure we have enough to get all the stuff. Now you're telling people to spend all that. And then what? Am I going to have any even more mice in my storage area because someone put food in there because you told them to? It'll be nothing till Monday because these people still do Monday through Friday. Okay, and then they've got to go home for their holiday vacation. What do they call it? The holiday recess? Whoa. Just, it's the same thing all the time. Did you forget about the other government shutdowns? I guess. I mean, this area, I don't know, but I guess we'll see how my husband feels. It's 4 o'clock now. Were you at the store yesterday, babe? Yeah, we didn't see panic shopping going on there. Where you would look is places like Quincy, Market Basket. Okay. The places that are known to have that problem, like the Dedham Stop and Shop on Washington Street, where the mall is, and the Star Market on Granite Street in Quincy. Those are known places where they have problems. And then when we were here last year, I think, is it Sharon where the Market Basket is? Okay. That's where the problems are. I think something like inciting a riot in what is it? Putting the public safety at risk, whatever the wording is for that. Yeah, I mean, especially the one where they're saying they're going to loot Walmart. Did the ones that were telling people to prepare, did they stop doing that after I left a comment? Did I leave a comment or I just did this? Okay. Yeah, my husband started looking for me in terms of another phone service, and then we'll see if I have the same problems. Um, right, the 30 cruises, 30 days ends on after the 31st. Clearly, Champ doesn't need to get in touch with me, and my social. It's all based on my Social Security hearing. Because yeah, you get sort of used. I don't lose phones and stuff, so I've had the same phone for like 2 years, and the same email address and the same phone number. So it's a hassle when you have to change everything. But I'm really just had enough of it. I'm just really just over it. With the threats that my emails I'm not going to be able to get my emails. Google's run out of storage, and just everything about it just that goes on with the phone. I'm tired of it. Um, Not delivering my text messages, shutting off my phone service, trying to get me to pay them money. I don't even care if it's coming from stand up or not, or if it's just criminals. I don't care. Right. A different phone, at least it takes a criminal a while to start doing that again to the new phone, and the new phone provider. Yeah, there's some of a concern, at least until I get on my cruise, because I know there's apps and stuff on my phone. Yeah, you just go. I'm sure anybody, right? No one likes to have to replace their phone, but after a while, with the just whacked out harassment, yeah, you just go. They did this stuff, where they threatened me not to get my emails, and I told you I thought it was related to housing, okay, and Social Security. Once, the DTA office, Social Security and Housing didn't require mailing addresses anymore, then it became they're gonna get rid of our emails. It's complete terrorism. Okay, they're gonna get rid of our emails. When my husband was in the hospital, they wouldn't let me call anybody in or out. It's pretty standard now that my sister will text me and I don't get it. Yep. So who knows who else has ever texted me, and that's part of the terrorism as well. Right. Who else might have texted me that I missed? And you just go, really? No. Oh yeah, the thing I was talking about. I'm done with the European stuff. I think that might have been a live stream that's probably still processing. Oh yeah, I'm done with the European stuff. This is the United States of America. I'm done with the European mindset, um, the Turkish mindset. I'm done with it. I'm done with the taking up pedestrian sidewalks for tables and chairs like that's part of your property. Okay, I'm done with we haggle at stores like you're at the fucking bazaar in Istanbul. I'm done with it. Done with it. Yeah, just you can tell the influence of that insanity when you've traveled abroad. That's where it's coming from. Yeah, you have an influx of immigration and these people are deranged. They don't understand that they're in another country and we don't do that here. Apparently they don't understand what a public sidewalk is, and then I don't care what the fuck you said COVID was, and clearly they will tell you they will make fun of that man themselves and say how mentally ill he was, but yet they're doing stuff that he said they could do. That's how insane they are. So you do that because the guy you're poking fun of that's mentally ill told you to do it? They're like barricading Dedham Center like they're expecting car bombs, like you're in fucking Turkey and shit. You just go, what is this? What is wrong with you people? Some of that is so you can't walk around it. You can't walk around all this barriers they keep putting on a pedestrian sidewalk. It was supposed to be a little quaint place where people walked around and window shopped and stuff. What's with all these tables and chairs and signs? No, I don't want Europe here. I go to Europe when I want Europe. And it does put Europe in a whole new light now, doesn't it? You just go, whoa. That's why you had a potted plant in front of the public toilet? Okay. We don't want that type of harshness here. No. So that is some of it. Yeah. Some of it is that, and some of it is mentally retarded people that take cues from others. Yeah, just you used to have to give me the trail mix free when it rings up wrong. Okay. You have a sign that says 599 and then it rings up at 998. You're supposed to give me the product. That was Massachusetts law. You were supposed to have a price tag on every single item. That was Massachusetts law. It had to have a price tag, and there was a reason for that because you see how criminal it is. Stuff placed in the wrong things, super tiny writing. Old people are supposed to lay down on the store floor and read a tag to make sure they're buying the right thing. You have at least one price checker that's not working at Stop and Shop, by the way, which is the closest one to the clearance where someone put unsalted almonds that are not on clearance. It's the salted ones. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I wouldn't say that they're doing it purposely. I think they're just ill, the people telling people to shop. Right. What does that do for homeless people? What am I supposed to am I supposed to buy 5 and then share? No. Fuck yourself. See why people say that? Because it's disgusting. It's grotesque. That's why. Keep that amongst yourselves. Okay? I don't want to hear anything about your community. I don't need to learn how to share. I don't need to donate to a fucking food pantry. I'm homeless. That's why it's one person every card, the same amount, not I learn how to share my fucking Snap card. For God's fucking sake. When I was in a house and I first got Snap, yeah, I donated to a food pantry because I wanted to. Not animals came and said, you better get rid of all your Snap. And then now that you have all this excess food, give it to us. Or you can have this, Mary, but you have to buy 5 of them. Who needs that much food? You're clearly doing it because you're disgustingly insane. No one needs that much food. I eat a lot and I don't need that much food. When you're telling people to buy 5 pounds of strawberries to get it that price each. Fuck, a homeless person needs 5 pounds of strawberries in a day for. Some of them even say great for sharing. Great for sharing. You know what's great for sharing? A fucking apple tree that you don't put a fence around. That's great for sharing. Really. Enough of the sharing bullshit. There's people that go out of their way to maintain the not having 2020 again, where everyone panic shops. Okay, so yeah, pretty much had enough of it. I don't find anything funny when you're making people panic like that. I don't. I don't know what they're doing with the shower caps either because I think there's at least 2 of them. Okay, so I don't know. We all have to start concocting secret things we know about people, but you go. And then there's a whole bunch of comments about people and they're going to battle war about people shouldn't be on Snap and all this shit. It just seems insane. It's like sad and insane. Yeah, don't comment on that shit. Not you're going to be bad for doing it, just for your own soul, don't do it. Maybe do one of these, post it separately, but don't comment to them. They all want attention, but it's like clearly negative attention. Do you not remember? It's okay if you don't 2020, and these people were all over the television just saying the most outrageous crap. And the thing about the Karens, okay, yeah, it's just desperate, absolutely desperate to try to get people to war with them, like that was going to solve anything. So they clearly didn't take a 2-hour walk today because I feel pretty zen. Yeah, I feel pretty zen. Gotta say. Oh, there's Gatra. Time to smoke another cigarette. Hi, babe. I was gonna go smoke. You don't have to go if you don't want to. You got a buddy? Let me know if you get hungry, babe. I'll probably start cooking that chicken soup, by the way, because it's 4:30. It's a big piece of chicken. Oh, that's right. Hot sauce? Okay. Remember that guy from Gavin? The hot sauce guy? No, that's not my regular voice. That's like my prophet voice. Yeah. I explained all of that, and it's become because of my upbringing. It took like a long time of recovery to get to that. Yeah, like if you grow up with a really bad female, it makes your voice tone lower. Because you're not going to be a female. She's the female. She's the female. You're not going to be a female. You're not going to have a female form. You're not going to have a cute, girly voice. Like you're a dude. It's like that. Like it's the same type of abuse. Like you're a dude and you just talk to like a girl. So I think there's probably a lot of homosexuals that could relate to me and have a lot more compassion for me than straight people do. It's abuse the whole family, but it's different things, right? Like some people became like anorexic and weren't, and then most of us weren't athletic and stuff because if she thought that you were starting to get a behind, that's Right. She would prefer you to be skin and bones because to her that's not a feminine form. Well, for me, I don't really it doesn't I don't hold grudges like that against her. It's been a I don't know if I ever did, but it's been an extremely long time. Because I can see that the woman her entire life was greatly reduced capacity and shouldn't have had children. She didn't know what else to do, and then clearly men still had sex with her and produced children with her and didn't get her the proper mental health she needed. She's a tragedy in herself because she went through the VA system, by the way. She should have been sterilized when she was hospitalized for 2 years and had to have one child taken from her, especially based on even the things she told me that she was doing, where she thought she was Queen Victoria and like she was allergic to her baby and she went catatonic and stuff. That's not a person that should have then left a VA hospital with intact tubes. Anyway, so I was explaining to Brian because there is an age difference. He was born in 1987, and sometimes people come from different backgrounds in life, so there's certain things they might not know. Like um, back in the 80s, people did not care that people were quote unquote on welfare. They really didn't. Okay, so this wrath that has come about, I can only actually logically surmise it's people that were on welfare and mentally retarded people that don't understand what their teaching was. Like it's an extreme backlash to what they thought people thought of them and their own internal voices being projected onto us. And it appeared to be a smaller population of people. Like you just didn't want to live like that. There was always the option, like I said, to have a child or get the crazy bunny, but it wasn't something you would even think to do. Like you just worked or you went to school and worked. Right. It's just, you wouldn't care that people had, quote, a basic income, as Tom Kent said it, because even Tom Kent, who had a lot of depression, weird anger issues, he believed in a basic income. So it's shocking to my generation, as you call it, how people are. And some of it I do believe is an influx of immigrants. So wherever you're coming from apparently is very harsh, or you thought that's what we did here when we don't. Maybe that's what the governor is saying. Like, what is this? Where is this coming from? Are we in a karma still? Because that didn't even go on here. Like you prided yourself on going to restaurants, taking vacations, getting the better quality beef, and owning a house or a condo or renting your own apartment and having more freedom. Where's the hatred coming from? Where even just public housing is, because that's not Section 8 either. It's not really your turn to now. Uh, this is what I believe has happened. I'm sorry, I do. That you got an opportunity to take over everything, and you're like mirroring back apparently what you thought other people were doing, and that's not what people were doing. I didn't just come out of the womb. I was born here in 1971. I had family members that lived on quote unquote welfare. also I'm familiar with diversity training because of Framingham State College and how sort of insane and insidious that can be. Uh, when you sort of want to explain yourself and you want to affect other people's thinking, you just say that's what you're doing, not you're doing it secretly.